Cellar County with your hosts, Butch and Coffee.
Well, yeah, it's
It's
Coffee and Butch on the other end, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm just a bit miffed at yesterday.
You're doing fine. I understand. It feels like Groundhog's Day. It feels like the same narrative every week for our two favorite professional football teams.
Your team won. Your team at least won.
See, you say that, and all the diehard Lions fans will say we won. We lost. You want to know how we lost? We blew a 21-point lead, and the only reason why Matt Prater was able to kick a 59-yard field goal was because Chase Young drew up a questionable penalty that put us in the field goal range. We had the ball with less than 30 seconds. Ron Rivera's time clock management was terrible. There was no way, shape, and form the Lions deserved to win that game. And you know what that win signifies? The reassurance that Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn are coming back in 2021. Drink up, motherfuckers! The shit show is still on!
Okay, that actually did make me happy because and someone probably could quote me on this, but did I say last week that if they win, they're gonna come back? Did I say that last week?
Yes, you did. A dead last team that is the Washington Deadskins. And I will say this, I thought Alex Smith was going to win that game.
I thought so too.
That would have been like the heartfelt story of the week. And instead, the Lions pull off. I don't even want to call it a miracle. They just shit the bed less than the Deadskins did. Alex Smith, though, if you want to talk about stats, I mean, nothing amazing. Is he passed for 0 touchdowns with 390 yards? Not too bad. Not too shabby.
No, it's not the worst thing.
He did take a couple of questionable sacks. God, you just look at this game, and it's just another signifier of a really disappointing season. Yeah, we got one more win than we did last year, but what does this win really signify? Nothing. Speaking of nothing, the Chicago Bears.
From Sunday's miracle to Monday night massacre.
What happened? What the hell was that last night?
When I think the Bears offense cannot get any worse, I'm proven wrong. I'm proven very wrong.
And against the team,
against a team where I would say even at the beginning of the season, where I said the Bears were going to go 9-7 or 8-8, this was still a win this was still almost like guaranteed win.
I mean, yeah, with Kirk Cousins and whatnot, there's not much hope in this Vikings team, but holy cats.
But now, congratulations, Bears. The one quarterback that should remain winless in his entire career on Monday night, you gave him his first win. Congrats. And
0-9, and you were almost guaranteed that dub.
You were practically guaranteed to probably walk in. It was going to be ugly, but it was going to be almost like a guarantee thing. And guess what? I take it back. Given the past 2 weeks, nothing was guaranteed.
You held Devin Cook to under 100 yards rushing. I mean, you guys were in it for 3 quarters, and you guys all but disappeared in the 4th quarter. And before we get to the whole Nick Foles thing, can I just say this? You guys were 5-1. You guys were on top of the North. And you guys have completely put this train in reverse. You guys are barreling back into the station. Lives lost. It's like, what is going on?
We are living up to the name of this freaking podcast right now. We have moved all the way past the station,
and we are not entered the cellar yet. You guys are getting close.
We're getting there. I
think I will make a prediction.
Well, we got bye week. We got bye week, but before we talk
about Nick Foles, I will say this: I think the Vikings are going to take you guys. I think my friend was not huffing the paint when he's sniffing this comeback.
If the Vikings do somehow manage to overtake us, I don't know what to say, but if
we'll need to interview my friends because
we'll bring him on the podcast. But I'm so glad we got a bye week because something needs to happen. And when you said Matt Patricia is going to come back for another year, I'm going to say last week you said that Matt Nagy might be on the hot. I said he was going to be on the hot seat, but it's like barely. Now he's definitely on the hot seat of possibly being fired before the end of the year.
His ass is showing grow marks because he put faith in Mitch Trubisky.
And guess what? The offensive coordinator might be out the door too. Because all of last night was mostly on that guy.
You guys had 38 seconds to get through a possible comeback win, and then you had Nick Foles go down on it was a very, very questionable play call with 38 seconds left, and he got stuffed in the pocket. He was able to get the ball away, but man, he came down hard. I would say it was gruesome, but it was hard to watch with 38 seconds left.
I mean, I saw the Drew Brees injury. All I can say is that one was worse because, I mean, it looked worse on my end. Like, when I saw Nick Foles get hit, I thought, okay, that was a hard hit, get back up, but then he's not getting back up. I'm like, oh
boy. Oh, God.
And I thought, okay, thank God we have a bye week because if he's hurt and Trubisky's hurt, what the hell's our next option going to be? I don't even know who the third string is. Do we even have a third string?
Yes, you do. I think it was Bray that came in. He completed one pass.
Wait, who?
And then I think it was Tyler Bray. Tyler Bray could play one pass. He went to Tennessee. Let's see. Projected.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at this because I legitimately had no idea who the guy was. So I'm looking. Okay,
however, this report says 3 hours ago, Bray was reverted back to the Bears practice squad after Monday's loss to the Vikings. He was elevated to active roster on Monday and had to take over after Foles went down with the hip injury.
So with the bye week coming up, either Foles recovers or we're gonna have to start Trubisky again. So either way, not a good sign. Not a good sign for a team that. Okay, can we just say the defense actually looked pretty good in the first half?
Yes,
the defense was phenomenal.
You guys contained Dalvin Cook.
And Khalil Mack had a pretty nice interception that almost went back for a touchdown. I thought that's why we got him, because somehow we found the one team more incompetent than the Bears.
You guys also had a really good kick return.
Yeah, man. When I saw a kick return, I thought, where have I seen this before? And then it showed flashback when he was in Minnesota and he did it to us. I thought, oh, that's where I saw it before.
Oh, what, Cordell Patterson? Oh yeah. Yeah, I could picture it.
And then my first thought is, okay, so so if we kick it to him, there's a chance he can run it back for the rest of the game. But that's not going to mean much if we can't score regularly. But still, good luck.
The last kick return you guys had was Devin Hester, and it almost kind of reminded me of one of his infamous runs. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. You don't see many people take it out of the back of the end zone anymore, and it was really exciting to see that play.
When they moved the spot of the kickoff, I thought we would never see that again. We see it a few times, so that's what makes it more impressive. The fact we can see it those few times makes it more special.
I know kickoffs are a dangerous part of the game, and what I'll say is this. Anyone that takes it out of the end zone or tries to return it, props them. I don't care what colors you're representing.
It's one of the few safety changes I thought, okay, this is actually one I could get behind.
But it's still a rich part of the game. Special teams matter. Special teams win games sometimes.
Yeah.
But special teams were not needed on this one, going out to the desert.
Hold on. Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
Just to add to the list of injuries, Akeem Hicks restrained his right hamstring against the.
What?
So. Again, another guy down that the Bears really need. That's
Jesus Christ. Sounds like the freaking injury ball right here. Man, you guys are really not getting that lucky.
I'm glad we have a bye week. All I can say is I'm glad we have a bye week. Please just let everyone take time, recover, get their head out our own butt, and just
a bye week is necessary, especially for you guys sitting at 5-5. Time will tell what happens, but I mean, you guys are in the middle of a 4-game losing streak, so this bye could not have come at a better time. It's a perfect chance to regroup and try to reclaim the North against pissed off Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Going out to the desert now, we must talk about the one and only DeAndre Hopkins Hail Mary. If you're a Texans fan, you pretty much emptied out your liquor cabinet on Sunday night.
Yeah.
It was I really thought the Bills were going to pull off. The Bills pulled ahead, and the Cardinals were well out of field goal range. I'm like, Kyle Murray's good, but he's not good enough to throw a Hail Mary pass. Throws it
This kid is surprising me every week.
He is amazing, dude. One of the really good. He's not a rookie quarterback. I know he's a second year, but goddamn, he's one of the best.
He's coming out of his shell and becoming the next big name, I would say. At least the next guy that everyone will hop on the bandwagon for.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That would a tool wagon. So, but throws it and completes it in triple coverage. Only one other receiver that I could think of could catch a play like that. Calvin motherfucking Johnson. And this kid is the next CJ. He is the next Megatron. This guy should never left Houston. If you are a Texans fan, you are ripping out your hair, reapplying for a second mortgage, because holy crap, what the hell was Bill O'Brien thinking when he made that goddamn trade? You traded away the future of the franchise. What you saw on Sunday night is what you guys could have had. You guys had Deshaun Watson. You guys were set. And you let him walk into the desert without a host with no name. You epically screwed up. And now DeAndre's making you pay for your mistakes. You know how? By keeping you in mediocrity. You can't go up, you can't go down, you're stuck in the goddamn middle. We're going up a creek with no paddle. Arizona, on the other hand, is 6-3. They're in a 3-way tie for the NFC West. Holy crap, I did not think Arizona was going to turn around that quickly. It just makes me pissed off, and I'm answering because I'm a freaking Lions fan, and I'm seeing shitty teams become good, and we're spinning the wheel of motherfucking mediocrity.
So yeah. Basically, TLDR, Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. Look for those guys in the future. They're gonna be big. They're gonna be big play. They're gonna make big plays. They're gonna go places.
When was the last Hail Mary you ever seen? Whether we'll just
say the last one I've seen live or the last one I watched?
How about the last one you saw live?
When was the last Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary that actually worked?
Oh God, fuck you, no.
When was the last one? When was the last one he did? I don't actually remember.
You are gonna make me drink myself under the table right now. Oh, you evil motherfucker.
Yeah, remind me, which one was that?
The Hail Mary 2015. It is edged in the back of my head. They got an extra play because we apparently roughed the passer. He didn't even he grazed his face mask. He did not grab it. Throws a 60-yard bomb. That receiver was wide motherfucking open at the beginning of the end zone. You want did that a couple days before in Cleveland. They had a blocked kick against Baltimore that was returned for a walk-off touchdown. I saw both of those plays live. It was karma because I made fun of so many Browns fans that night.
All right.
What comes around goes around, bitch.
All right. Okay, I just remembered something else.
Are you talking about the Miami Miracle?
No, I don't know. What would you classify a Hail Mary? Because I was thinking again, I thought, no, if this counts as a Hail Mary, then I would say the 2018 National Championship game between Alabama and Georgia.
Yeah, I have to be down, but
I wouldn't say it was a Hail Mary.
There was apparently before it was like a 3rd 17 or whatnot.
It was 2nd and 26, I thought.
Was it?
It was 2nd down, I think.
It was 2nd and super long. But yeah,
he got sacked for a huge loss, and then he threw that one, and
I don't know if I call that a Hail Mary. It was still awesome.
So the definition of Hail Mary, we're going by a throw from at least 40 yards out to win a game on the last play. Is that what we call Hail Mary?
Something like that, and you have to be at least down, is what I would say.
Okay. Then by that definition, I would definitely say
that was an awesome play though. That was one of the few plays I saw live where it was just like, did this seriously just happen?
Are we still talking about we're still talking about the national championship, right?
Yes.
When I saw that play, I saw the sack. I thought, "Oh my God, Georgia's gonna do this. Georgia's gonna do this." And then I saw that play. I thought, I've never screamed the F word so loud in my life.
So you're one of those fat.
Because the thing is, I do like Alabama. I love Nick Saban, but I wanted someone else on top. Georgia was like the team I got behind because I really wanted them to come out on top. And I said Alabama didn't even deserve to be in that playoff.
No, they really didn't. And God, I was pissed. I was pissed when they won, but man, I could not stop laughing at Georgia after they lost that game. It was a perfect synonymous reputation with Atlanta's choking habits. But sticking to the NFL, did you have anything else you wanted to add before we move on from the Hopkins Hail Mary? Beautiful play, by the way.
Anything else to add to that game, or just to the NFL in general?
Just to that game in general. No, we have a teeny bit to cover about the NFL.
The only thing is that I didn't see the whole game. I only saw like the last quarter, so part of me kind of wish to go back and watch the whole game, just see any other like amazing little things from Mr. Murray.
Can I point out one thing real fast? There was a lot of games at the 4 o'clock slot.
Because of the Masters.
That was why they did that?
Yeah, they wanted to get Masters coverage, so they moved. So I heard they moved a lot of games around.
Oh my sweet Jesus! They need to do that more often. That was awesome.
So you suggest moving the next major to November?
Yeah, a couple more games. It's the 4 o'clock. Yes, make it prime time. Yes. You have to do something like that. Not for the final week of the season. You can maybe make a case for the final games of the season, but it was awesome being able to just sit down and watch more games. Not through Red Zone, but on different channels. It was nice to surf for once without having to watch the same mediocrity garbage usually shoved with because you're in the geography cast that is the Lions. Did you have any other games you wanted to talk about?
Apparently the one other game I want to talk about is that I legit had the Ravens pegged as not curb stopping the Patriots, but definitely handing Patriots. But somehow Patriots are still going to do Patriot things, even with Cam Newton as the quarterback. And I said last week too, I put money on them against the Jets on Monday night, and I won that one. Oh, they're not being the Ravens. Yeah, the Jets. It's because the Jets suck. The Jets suck ass. So, of course, that's going to be a win for the Patriots. I thought going into the Ravens game, I thought, okay, Ravens they maybe won't run away with this, but I can definitely say at least a touchdown over to. Oh, I was wrong about that one.
I was so scared to bet on Lamar to beat the Patriots, and boy, howdy, was I right.
I don't know if this is the Patriots doing Patriot things or the Ravens just flatline this season. I don't know what's going on.
Something's wrong with Lamar. Something is wrong with our MVP candidates, with Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson.
Wilson is still at least doing well enough.
Yeah, but the last 2 games he's played, I mean, he played like pure dog shit, in my opinion. There's no way you lose to the Rams by, I think it was 10 points. At least in my opinion, I thought Russ could have played a lot better. Cam, I'm sorry. Cam, props to Cam. Cam won the game. I will give him that. The Bill Belichick post.
His resurrection is still in progress. It's ugly, but it's still resurrection, dang it.
They still won't get the AFC East, but it is reassuring to see that Bill didn't. I think what this proves is Bill doesn't need Tom. Excuse me. Yes, Bill Belichick doesn't need Tom Brady to succeed. Given the case that Cam Newton might be overwhelmed and out of the league in maybe a season or 2, but he could develop another young and prime QB and turn him into a role that Brady had. In my opinion, that is possible. As for Lamar Jackson, this was a trap game, and he walked right into it, and they've somewhat fallen out of contention. They're not going to catch up to the Steelers at this rate. This game pretty much cemented that the Steelers are going to run away with the division.
Yeah, they're going to run away with the division, but there's still a possibility they can handle the first loss.
Yes, I would say
they play Thanksgiving. That's a game I'm going to sit down and watch.
Is that the 3rd game?
Yeah, it's the late game because you have the Texans in the morning. Then it's the Washington Cowboys game. And then we have the Steelers-Ravens at the end of the night.
That is actually a good 3rd NFL Thanksgiving game. The questionable 3rd game that was added in 06 because why the hell do we need to watch the Lions put something else on that's going to be at least watchable?
Well, I'll say this. At least you're now more likely guaranteed to win against the Texans.
I would not say that. I would not say that. I think Deshaun Watson will beat us on Thanksgiving Day. I
would say it's
SOL moment. This is a classic SOL moment. Like, you think the Lions are going to win. The Lions are going to beat this shitty team. You watch what happened on Sunday. The same thing that's going to happen on Thanksgiving.
All right.
I have no hope.
So in terms of our 16-0 thing, Steelers are playing Jaguars next week.
Win.
That should be a definite win, but
absolutely.
But it's
they played really good. They played really good against the Packers, but I think that's more of like a fluke game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I still have doubts, but it's like I expect them to win.
Do you really see the Steelers losing a game they shouldn't win? You know, they lose a game they shouldn't lose. Do you see that?
Look at the freaking Cowboys game.
I get that, but I really don't think it's possible going forward. You have faith right in this team.
I believe, and I'll be honest. I'll be honest right now, even though this goes against some things I said earlier. I would love for the Steelers to go 16-0, but I think that is a jinx waiting to happen if you go 16-0, because then you get that one loss in the time you don't want to lose.
I understand that.
Like I would rather take the loss now, get it out of the way, and then go on and win the rest of the games and go Super Bowl.
I understand what you're trying to say, but I mean, damn, this team looks so freaking good, and you really hate to see them lose, but
you really want to pull for them, because when's the last time a team went undefeated all the way Super Bowl?
All-way Patriots.
Now, when's the last time you ever seen a team go undefeated all the way Super Bowl and win Super Bowl?
No, lost the Dolphins in '72. That was the only team that won it all.
Yeah, and the Patriots are the only team that ever come close to that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
they lost the game they shouldn't have.
That undefeated season is cursed now.
All right, fine.
The champagne balls they pop every time the last undefeated team beat, that's the curse. They're just, the champagne balls are in the fridge now, they're being chilled. They're just waiting for that one. I'd rather say just get it over with now. That's why I'm saying the Thanksgiving game, that's the loss. That's the loss I would rather take.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Now, on the other side, the Jets are playing the Chargers. That should be a win for the Chargers.
Absolutely a win for the Chargers.
Right. And I don't know if I said this, folks, but I don't know if I said this last week, but I will say this. If the Jets somehow manage to pull off a win this season, for every win they get, I will drink some strong liquor.
At the end of the season, we'll do shots.
Every win they get is a shot of different, depending on how the game.
Imagine they win 7 straight.
I guarantee you one of those shots is going to be Everclear. I guarantee that.
We'll have to choose. A certain liquor. We'll choose a New York style liquor for the special occasion, and we'll go from there. But I stand by my case. I think this team's going 0-16.
I do too.
Can we visit the fact that I heard about Breeze getting injured? He has fractured ribs and a collapsed lung.
Did you see the hit?
No.
Oh my god. Okay. Take a minute.
Hold on.
All right, we're gonna pause for a minute, folks. Butch, go look up that hit.
I am right now.
Go look up that hit, and when you see it, you're like, "Ow!"
How bad was it?
Like, let's look this way. I'll say this. There's a reason falling on your back with someone on top of you is one of the worst things imaginable.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Look up the hit. Look up the hit. I'll wait. We'll wait.
Is there anything you want to add with Breeze injury? Well,
man, it's like I know the optimistic timetable will have him coming back for the end of the season, but after I saw injury, I'm like, there's no way I see him coming back in that quickly. He's gonna be out for some time.
You don't think so?
Well, they have a bye week coming up, I think so.
Possibly.
Wait, do they have a bye week next week? Like, I'm checking the schedule.
Oh yeah, they're okay. There it is.
You saw the hit.
I saw the play. Yeah, I saw the hit.
And now you see why I went out.
He stayed in the game and threw a touchdown with a collapsed lung. Damn, that man's tough as balls. I will say that. Damn, that was that's a head rocker right there. Holy Cheval. Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow, that would definitely upset your stomach the next. You're definitely gonna be feeling that the next morning.
Yeah, that's.
At least they beat the 49ers, but geez, that's a tough one to take.
That's a tough one to take, and I really don't know if he's coming. They said, like, I'm trying to remember what the timetable was for the injury.
Oh, let's see here. They're still they're advising the quarterback to be cautious.
Most optimistic timetable is 2-3 weeks. No, okay. That's 5 weeks at least, I'd say.
At least.
And before he's 100%. He may come back and play after 4 weeks, but he's not going to be 100%. He may just throw like a half and then be done. That's
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I'm praying for you, Drew Brees, but if I were you, I would just
retire.
Not retire. I would just take my time because you don't want to rush this.
Exactly.
If you get hit again, you're done. Do
you want to talk about anything else about the NFL before we move on to golf? Any other points?
Before you move on to the Masters, I'm trying to think what else happened this week in the NFL that should have been important.
How about the Giants beating the Eagles? How about the NFC?
That one was. What did we say that how many more games the Giants were going to win?
I had them maybe winning 1 or 2. I did not expect them to beat the Eagles. They are a half game out for the division lead right now. This is really set. This division.
I would say the only other thing I could say, only because it was just a weird low game, was a Texans Browns game. I thought that
maybe the Browns should have lost but didn't.
They won 10-7. They won 10-7.
6-3. This hurts me. All right, I need to talk about.
6-3. How are they 6-3?
Can we talk about something? Don't remind me. I'm a Lions fan.
Dustin Johnson wins the Masters and gets the green jacket.
Thank you. That was
in a tournament where I thought that Bryson was just gonna run away with, but no, he did not play well. He did not play well.
It was something I've been looking forward to all year because the Masters is one of the few events that even if you're not a golf fan, it's just
you know Augusta is. For anyone who knows a thing or two about golf, knows about Augusta and knows the Masters.
It's weird playing it in March with the circumstances and whatnot of like an earlier day because 1 or 2 days they did have to suspend play due to darkness. There was one incident that happened. Tiger Woods on the 12th hole, he 10-putted. He had the worst hole of his career. I don't know if you happened to see the hole or whatnot.
No, I didn't see it. I heard about it and I thought, well...
It was bad.
Well...
It was bad.
Well, Tiger, I wouldn't say this is a retired thing, and I don't blame you, but 10 putts?
Yeah. It's 10 strokes, excuse me. Not 10 putt. You know how golf works, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know how golf works. But in all fairness, in all seriousness, Tiger Woods, that was, I don't know what happened there. You
for being the defending champ, the defending Masters champ, I really thought he was gonna have a better performance.
I thought it was gonna come out and at least compete. This was
hard to watch. Yeah. Dustin Johnson, I'm glad to see win because a couple of years ago
blew it out of the water with the 20 under par. He blew it out of the water.
Oh, absolutely. So
and the fact the next two closest golfers were only 15 under par. That to me says that you figured out the secret to Augusta, and everyone who's ever should play a course should probably look at what he did.
There is a secret to the course. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought there for a second. There's just something special with Augusta.
The one thing about Augusta, and it's the one thing that always, I don't know, I'm not a golfer, so I wouldn't know, is that it's almost the same course every time you go to this tournament. So why exactly do some people just completely fall apart at this tournament? You've been in this tournament for years, and yet you somehow can't figure it out. Like, okay,
there are famous golfers that never figure out Augusta, that never got that green jacket.
Well, it's not about getting the green jackets; it's just about competing. Just at least, okay, I've played this course enough times to know what to do and what not to do.
I don't care if I was a professional golfer.
Is it the nerves of the course? Is it just, oh my God, it's Augusta?
It's the history. It's who's played there. It's everything that goes into it.
It's the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, I really hope this does. I really hope it goes back to normal. Going back into April. I know this was a really weird year, but thank God they were able to play it. Thank goodness that they were able to at least finish on the Masters.
I would say maybe for future reference, you could have like another, like not another major, but maybe another big tournament in November, because that was actually pretty. It came out well. It came out well done. Pandemic besides
pandemic golf came out well.
Yeah, it actually came out well, and you should probably think about moving like a definitely. I wouldn't say a big tournament, but just something watchable in November.
One sport that you can really do socially distanced. You know, I think we talked about this at the beginning when everything was going on, like what sport would come back first. Golf makes the most sense. You know, there's not that many players on the field. You know, you only need the caddy and what.
Yeah, and you can definitely play without an audience. You definitely can play without crowd. I know some. What?
My girlfriend just recommended shot put.
Wait. What did you just
shot
see?
Put. Socially distanced sport. Shot put. Apparel. And discus. Oh my God. field. Okay, fine. Maybe certain events of track and field would go well with socially distant. You can't do track and field. No, the runners are all right there.
You have to do a lot of the field events.
The field events, okay, fine. The field events, yes. I don't know about running the races and whatnot. But I was just saying, like, you got a very limited field. All you need is the caddy and the golfer, and that's it. And the judge to make sure you write down the correct score. One of the things I do not want to rant about golf right now, because golf's honestly one of the last sports I want to save one of Butch's famous rants for. Why the fuck do you have to turn a goddamn scorecard at the end? Isn't that what the TV's for? Isn't that what the caddy's?
It's still like one of those rules things. It's still one of those rules.
It's tradition. Not tradition. Yeah, you know what? It was also tradition, and I want to be controversial. Certain member-only country clubs.
Okay, but let me say one thing about the scorecard. The rules of golf still dictate it's the player's job to make sure he's doing the right thing. It's not the TV's networks. It's not the judge. It's not the caddy. It's the golfer's job to make sure that the score is right. Any penalty he does, the golfer says, "Oh, I did a penalty. Let me put that down," because you can be disqualified for a bad scorecard.
And it's horseshit that even happens. You lose thousands of dollars because you didn't sign your scorecard, or because you put the wrong score.
No, you know it's horseshit. You know it's horseshit. This one time, I don't remember the tournament. I don't remember what happened, but there was a rules violation that no one picked up on. But you know who did pick it? You know who did pick up on it? Some guy watching the golf tournament at home. He called in and said, "Hey, this golfer did something illegal," and they came back and said, "Yeah, you did something illegal, so you turned in a bad scorecard. You're disqualified." That's what I thought. No. Outside, someone who's not at the course cannot do that. Like, because sometimes I say if the ref missed it, unless you have the benefit of instant replay, you can't do anything.
Exactly. Once it's said and done, it's said and done.
Once it's done, you can moan and scream and bitch all you want, but once it happens, it happens. Look at baseball before instant replay happened.
Yeah, the magic.
But that moment, like, wait, I gotta look this up to make sure I gave this right.
Can we just have like a parody of the member berries? Like, remember when there was no instant replay? Remember what was a catch was called a catch? Can we just go back to those times? Because instant replay has really destroyed a lot of sports in general. And also, fuck that guy. Has all the time in the world to find some dumb rule they overlooked, call in and cost the guy a match. What a load of crap.
Yeah.
This world of ours. Wait,
hold on. I'm trying to find it right now.
You're fine. What I will say is, golf's a very unique sport. It's old. It's got a lot of weird traditions and whatnot, but the rules are, for the most part, simple to understand and whatnot. It sucks to play because you need to have the patience of a fisherman, and if you don't have the patience of a fisherman, well, guess what? Golf's not your game. Go find something else to do.
Okay, I think I found the incident I was referring to. I think his name is Camilo Venegas at the Tournament of Champions. TV viewer pointed out rules infringement on the 15th hole.
So this happened during the match, and he found out at the end that he was disqualified. Did he find out right away he was disqualified, or this was?
Yeah, I would say yeah. He found out at the end because he already turned in the scorecard. Like that to me is one of those things about golf where it's like, no. Someone who's watching Millions Miles Away can't do that. He cannot do that.
I would have found that guy kicked his ass. That might be going a little far, but
I would say a little far, but I would say if a player has committed a foul and someone on TV said, "Hey, he committed this foul," the player has the right to know who made the call. There has to be some record of that guy's name in the system about who made the call.
Exactly.
Oh man, this is it's just one of those rules where I thought some of those golf rules I'm like, okay, it's tradition, so I'm not going to be against it. Some of those just make sense. Some of these are just complete and utter garbage.
Mm-hmm. The water bogey, water placement. How do you draw it? There's just so much, man. You gotta understand. There's so many stupid rules.
Which makes me wonder what exactly is the process to become a rules judge in major golf tournaments. What school or what process you have to go to really do something like that? Because that would sound like a lot of memorization of the rules, even for some very very specific moments.
Golf pro, golf course superintendent, golf caddy, golf instructor, golf. How about a golf judge? Let's see what we got.
Wow. All right, folks. We're actually Googling golf judge requirements.
Judge course, how to become a golf coach. Enter in a golf. So you have to find a golf school. All right, you got to find a university of golf, apparently. Interesting. Indeed, indubitably. I don't want to become a golf judge. I don't want to have to go around and look up like 100-year-old.
I mean, what sport would you rather be a referee for? Of like all the sports in the world, what sport would you be a referee for? Like what sport do
Hockey.
Sport do you know enough of the rules?
Hockey, because you could call offsides, and calling offsides is super easy. You can't argue offsides. It's almost impossible. The only calls that really come down is to whether or not the puck's over the crease. Baseball sucks because you're going to get a manager spit in your face. The NFL, it seems like every other week they have some sort of controversy, with the officiating. What sport am I leaving out? Oh, and the NBA, man, they just shove and shove and shove and shove.
I think I would be a basketball referee at some point.
I would definitely not professional.
Definitely not the pro level, but I've played enough to know all the ins and outs, and I play with a lot of guys who are refs, especially at a collegiate level.
My friend was in 6th grade. He was a Little League umpire, and he got spit in the face by parents over a kid being called out third base.
I hate to say this, but Little League umpires have it the worst. It'd be like if there's any sport where I feel like the umpire should be able to fight back if they're insulted, that should be the sport. Just Little League in general. Screw Little League parents, because you guys are the worst.
Later in Butch's stories, the story of a Little League mom Butch knew that got ejected from a Little League game.
And coming up on Cofi's stories, the time Cofi was being heckled by a Little League mom from the other side so much that the ump had to step in, and a brawl nearly broke out.
Oh man, there are so many Karens out there.
Story one day because
I knew this mom was awesome, but goddamn, that was a total Karen moment right there.
At least on my side, the Karen's like, I'm just waiting, just throw a punch. Let's just throw a punch, and we can all go in there.
Oh Jesus! All right.
Moving on. For baseball, the official awards have been released, and it's a good day for Chicago because Jose Abreu wins the AL MVP. But at the same time, I feel empty about that.
Is it because of the whole asterisk 2020 pandemic season?
No, it's more the fact that when I looked at his performance and I looked at how the Sox did in the postseason, and I looked at our players, I'm like, was he really the MVP though? I would say yeah, he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. But I thought with everyone else playing, is like, was he really the favorite? Like he had to beat. Let me remember who. In a way,
I think he was. I thought he played really well this season. I know Chicago wasn't really going anywhere, but he had really good stats for a 60-game season. On the other side, you had Freddie Freeman, but when you look at the stats for like home runs and RBIs, Abreu blew Freeman out of the water. Clearly blew him out of the water. Just the difference was Atlanta just was a team that better than Chicago with their overall record. My thing was, why the hell did you guys fire your coach? Why the hell? I know we were talking about this for a second, but I still wonder why the hell you guys fired.
We talked about it a while ago. Yeah. I would say I would say it was the playoff collapse that
could have been. I mean,
I would say
4 years.
If I had to pick that one moment, I would say it would have been that, or he might have gone to a fire. I can't.
Okay.
No.
Assuming the voting's done before the postseason, did you see who won AL Manager of the Year?
No.
Yeah, that's right. The one and only Kevin Cash.
God.
Oh, up until that 6th inning of Game 6, yeah, he was a shoo-in. And then after that, boy, Cheval, that was fucking brutal. Oh boy, oh, how do you recover from that? Man, we're really digging skeletons out of the closet right now. Don Manley definitely deserved NL Manager of the Year. Absolutely deserved it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with Shane Bieber though, winning the AL Cy Young. Even with an 8-8 record, although you will make the argument on the other end of the aisle, Trevor Bauer, who is one of the most outspoken critics of baseball, won the NL Cy Young Award. I love Trevor Bauer. His demeanor could be a little. I didn't like him when he was on the Indians, but goddamn, he's done pretty good with the Reds.
Yeah, I would
disagree. Just say a piece about Trevor Bauer.
The only thing I was gonna say is that. Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting my information right before I say that. Because I don't want to say anything and then be corrected later. I need to be sure I'm saying the right thing. If I can say this.
Just say what you need to say. I'll try my best to correctly correct it.
I maintain that someone who did he go 5-4 this season in win-loss?
Yes, he did.
That to me should not. Who had a better record than him?
Stand by. Let's see.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of all the people who did better than him and did 5-4, and I'm like, if you go 5-4, I get it. I get how baseball works in terms of determining wins and losses, but 5-4 to me is like that should disqualify you. But given it's a short season, that may just.
Darvish had 8 wins.
And how many strikeouts they like? I know Trevor Bauer was like second in strikeouts.
Darvish had 93 strikeouts. Let's see.
So yeah, Trevor Bauer was second in strikeouts per 9 innings. He had
ahead of Bauer in strikeouts with 104. Wow.
And his win-loss record.
Excuse me, 1 second. He played the Mets 4-2.
This was not part of the outline. This is not part of the outline of today's episode. Oh
no, this is fine. No, this is fine.
Did they want to hear us typing about stuff like this? We should know this off the top of our heads.
Oh, we're just throwing inside, dude. I was not following much track of the baseball season, to be honest, this season. Right. For the most part, I didn't have time to keep track of games. No way, not with this cramped 60-game schedule, but maybe Bauer had some good stats, 2 complete games, 2 shutouts. He was second in strikeouts. His win-loss, however, I mean, he's not even in the top 10.
That to me is something where it's like, that should disqualify him. If I was just going, like, if I had to consider win-losses, I know, like I said, I know how wins and losses do work for pitchers in baseball, but that to me is a sign that maybe you should be disqualified for that. If you go,
I get what you're saying, but I do like his stuff.
Every other stat nullifies that.
It's good. Just the win column.
It's just if I ever look back and I see Trevor Bauer, Cy Young candidate with a 5-4 record, I always go,
Nope. I can understand that.
But congratulations, Trevor Bauer. I could say that you definitely did earn it.
He did earn it in a way, maybe with an asterisk. Hey, you know what? We'll put everything. 2020 is an asterisk. We'll have to wipe 2020 off the calendar year when historians look back, they'll just see 2020 never happened. 2019. Oh,
all right. So
what happened this? Sorry.
So I was actually looking at the Silver Slugger and Gold Glove Awards, and I see a lot of Sox and Cubs players on both lists, which makes me happy. Hey, something's going right for them.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in. Being Detroiter, not seeing a playoff team in over 1,000 days with our 4 combined sports. Michigan football sucks. Michigan State football is horrible. The Pistons are rebuilding. The Red Wings are rebuilding. The Tigers are rebuilding. And the Lions just spin the wheels of mediocrity. Before we end tonight, do you have anything else you want to add? Yeah, one more thing.
One thing. Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton. He got his 7th championship at a Turkish Grand Prix where I thought this is what Formula One should be if they ever decide to race in the rain again. Because, oh my God, so many spins. So many spins.
If you want to incorporate that into the race, I could kind of see what you mean by that.
No, I'm not trying to pull Bernie here. I'm not trying to make rain. I'm just saying if they ever have to be in a condition like that, please let it be just like the Turkish Grand Prix.
Okay.
The only other thing I say is that congrats to Louis. You got your 7th. Now go for 8 and retire on top of the world, like your buddy did, like your former best friend did to you.
He will probably finish with 8. Let's be honest.
He will finish with 8. And the only other downside to this is that I feel bad for my favorite Finn at the moment, Valtteri Bottas. He'll have to I love him to death, but he's on. The only downside is everyone says if you're in a Mercedes, you can win a championship. He's probably the best driver out there, not named Verstappen. But the only thing is your teammate is so much better than you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I do have one more thing I want to add though, but I'll wait till after you do your one more thing because it's actually going to be the prompt for something we're going to do as a special.
All right, I'm looking forward to that special. My one thing I have to add: Greg Mitchell, the Wichita State basketball coach, resigned today. Now, this guy led Wichita State to the Final Four in 2013. They had an undefeated season the following year, only to lose to Kentucky in the second round. And you just think, with the history this guy had, why would he be getting released, or why would he resign? There has been an investigation going on since October in which he physically, I would say abused. He physically hit his players, whether it was choking out an assistant or punching a kid during practice. However, when you dive deeper to the allegations, this is what I'm going to read to you according to the ESPN article, and I'm just going to read this word for word, so just kind of bear with me for a second.
Okay.
Other allegations reported by Stadium, which talked to more than 30 current and former members of the program, included Marshall's body shaming a player who's now dealing with anxiety and depression, Marshall making Indian howling noises, and telling Isaiah Poor Bear Chandler, who is of Native American descent, to get back on his horse.
Oh.
Marshall telling it's not done yet. Marshall telling Colombian center Jamie Ekanik that he would be a great coffee bean picker. And Marshall telling Eric Stevenson that he was afraid of brothers, guys raised by their grandparents, eating PB&Js.
How he not get fired sooner? I would never know.
There was also a mass exodus last spring involving 8 players leaving. Excuse me, mass exodus. Jesus Christ, I can't speak sometimes.
Neither can I, but I will at least get that right. You're all right. Go on.
It blows my mind with all the PC stuff coming out and whatnot. This is horrifying. It's not on the level of you're not beating. I mean, yeah, there is choking out a player and punching a player and whatnot, but when you're going to the racial stuff, it's just like how the university can't sweep this under the carpet. How do the players put up with it? Are they?
I can only assume that they've pretty much been put through a lot of stuff in their whole lives. So I would I wouldn't say it's not. I hate to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure for some of these guys, it's not the first time they've heard this.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. And I kind of understand where you're coming from.
No one should ever do that. But no one should ever do that. And anyone who does do that definitely deserves to be fired. But to some of these players who put up with it, they just think, okay, I've heard it before.
I'm not playing the race card here, but when you have a majority of African American players and the majority of coaches are white, there is definitely going to be some controversy. There's definitely going to be an incident.
There probably have been a lot of incidents. Just it's underreported, I would say.
Absolutely.
It's just in the past, I would say in the past 7 years, we have seen a lot come out. But if you ask me, this has been going on for a long time. It's just now people are actually getting punished for it.
It's getting worse with the amount of stories that you're hearing on the news. This one blew my mind because of how good he was. You had Calgary with the Flames last year. The Flames hadn't been good in a while, but it was just like, holy shit. You know, this was going on for how long? And you guys just let this continue to happen. This was
like I said, this is the fact that now people are being punished for it. So now people do speak out.
I don't want to
realize, hey, he can't get away with this anymore.
I don't want to take away what he accomplished in 2013, 2014, but this is kind of like a shadow or a cloud that currently hangs over his head. This is tough to get away from. I guarantee you will not have another coaching job after this.
And if he does, it's going to be at a low level or a school that has no shame.
Absolutely.
Bringing him.
Anything else you want to add? Because that was my piece.
Yes, our special. Tune in Thursday, and we will cover some of the highlights of the NBA draft.
Oh boy.
And let me say this right now. No, excuse my language, folks. No fucking way is LaMelo Ball going number 1. No fucking way that's happening. If he does, like I could see him going in the top 5 for sure.
Can I make this
top 10 at least? But number 1, get the fuck out of here. No, he's not.
I do not. I will make this. I'm assuming he's not going to go to the Warriors. I am under the presumption he will not go to the Warriors. There is talks that the Pistons are going to try to trade up and take a number 2 because there's one of 4 teams LaMelo has been seen practicing with, and he has openly stated he likes what the Pistons have to offer. The only reason why I'm interested in this goddamn draft is if we actually get LaMelo Ball.
Wait, no, doesn't miss or have the first round pick? I thought Golden State went second.
Hold
on, check.
Bye. We got.
It says here. Yes, it's here. NBA.com. Minnesota Timberwolves have the first pick. Golden State is number 2. Charlotte's number 3. The Bulls are 4th, and Cleveland's 5th.
Christ.
And you know what the funny thing is? I actually looked up of all the stuff for the mock draft. I saw one where I said LaMelo Ball will go number 4 in Chicago. I thought no. Because one, I don't think he's that great of a fit for Chicago. I know Chicago's got they need someone for this draft, but I don't think LaMelo Ball's it. They should look somewhere else.
I don't think he'll go that far.
No,
I think Golden State's willing to trade their picks.
Someone will have to trade up to get him. That's something I would see. The other thing I would say is that why I don't want him there. I don't want to hear his dad make all the fucking comparisons.
Do not bring up his name. Do not bring up his name.
I'm only alluding to LaMelo Ball's father.
Even mentioning that word, father, just makes me cringe down my fact.
Let's be fair. He's been quiet the past year and a half. He's been quiet.
Only because his sons were rescued out of that freaking jail cell in whatever crappy. What country were they in? France or whatever? Where did this happen?
They were.
Were they in France? Were they in France?
I thought it was Serbia. No, it could be right. It could be. Wait, hold on.
Oh God, we're looking this up. Because remember,
because I actually don't remember this. So
remember, the president saved them.
I actually don't remember this.
Oh god, here it is. China. He was detained in China.
But Lamel played in Lithuania.
No, Leangelo, the younger brother, was arrested in China for shoplifting.
And Lamel was in Lithuania for a time.
Yep, yes he was. Yes he was. Oh boy.
And Leangelo was in Lithuania. They both played there.
He really did. Oh jeez.
Can I just I hate to say this. I really don't want to say that. I really want to say this, but if there's one thing, if there was one thing that Lamar Ball was right about, is that there needs to be a separate way to get to the pros. That's not the NCAA. That's the only
Absolutely.
thing. That's the only thing he was right about.
The only thing I will ever agree with him on, and that's that we will.
But you know the thing is, at the end of the day, is that you ever have someone say it was a great. You ever have someone say it's a great idea, but you didn't want it to come from that person's mouth?
Well, yes, yes. I know what you're saying. Yes.
Imagine it. Imagine if the McCaskies suddenly had a great idea to help turn the Bears around, and everyone agrees it's a great idea, but the fact it came from the McCaskies, everyone's like, no. Just imagine something good coming from the mouth of someone you really didn't want to hear it from.
Exactly. So, with that said,
it would be more. In my case, it'd be more like, who's the president of the NCAA right now?
Mark Emmett.
Imagine if Mark Emmett said there's going to be a separate league for players, a separate development league, that he wants to help fund a separate development league for players to get to the pros, but it came from him.
It'd be like sweet music that was played by a 10-year-old.
It would be like the biggest rock song of the year played by Nickelback.
Oh, that's a great example to end on right there.
Yeah. So tune in Thursday, folks. We will have coverage of our reaction to the NBA draft and whether or not I take a few drinks depending on how the draft goes.
Folks, take it easy. This has been Cellar County. Take care. Stay safe.
Yeah. Have a nice night.